let me prove to you that the birthers are not legitimate. Now, we already did part one of this, and we showed you the documents and the race seal and the registration number and the signature, and the press has already seen it. Factcheck.org said it was 100% certified, and they're as nonpartisan as it gets. And we've got 2 different papers in Hawaii that published the announcement of his birth, including his grandparents' house and address at the time, 47 years before he ran for president. Okay, now that'd be one hell of a conspiracy. But now there's round 2. Now that you've presented all of this evidence to them, they're going to prove, the birthers are going to prove, that there is no amount of evidence that will ever work. You can give them everything in the world, and they still won't be happy. Here's round 2. Well, did you hear that his grandmother, no, his step-grandmother in Kenya admitted that he was a Kenyan citizen? Booyah! All right, and that's on YouTube. Here's the part they don't tell you. There was an interviewer, kept pressing her on it, and she said, yeah, he was born in Kenya. And they said, oh, no, I'm sorry, he was born in the U.S. I misspoke there. Instantly, right? They cut that part out. That's not on YouTube. Now, you get a sense of how fraudulent these guys are and how they know that this is a load of crap. Why did you cut the part out instantly afterwards when she says, oh, no, I'm sorry, I misspoke. He was born in the U.S. Oh, because you're trying to prove a point that doesn't exist. But it gets dumber. They're like, did you know Obama visited Pakistan in 1981 when there was a ban of Americans visiting Pakistan back then? So he must have used a non-U.S. passport. All right. So you look into it, and you find out that there was no ban on Americans visiting Pakistan in 1981. Just not attached to the facts. They don't give a damn about the facts. They'll make up anything. All right, here's another one for you. They say, yeah, okay, you got your facts on those. But did you know that when he was in Indonesia when he was 5 years old, and they registered him in school, they registered him under the name of Barry Suerto, or Suertoro, who was what was the name of his stepfather at the time, and they said his nationality was Indonesian on that form. So that you go ask the State Department, they're like, are you kidding? They're like, that's a stupid school form. You can write anything you want on it. We have his birth certificate. We have his passport. In order to renounce American citizenship, because that's the claim that the birthers are making, by putting that on the form, whoever put it, that he actively renounced citizenship. The State Department's like, do you know what you have to do to renounce citizenship? You have to either commit an act of treason, or come in and like rip up your passport in front of us, and we have to officially declare through the process that you're no longer an American citizen. You don't write on, some guy doesn't write on a thing when you're 5 years old, and then you say, that's it, he's no longer a U.S. citizen. He's like, they're like, are you kidding? But the thing is, they've built up this thing that if you debunk it one after another, after another, after another, they'll come up with 3 other lies. They don't care. This will go on forever. And one of Ben Ferguson on CNN, when Rick Sanchez went to disprove it, he's a conservative talk show host, Ben Ferguson is, said, Obama should come out in a press conference if he's, got his birth certificate and just wave it in front of the crowd. Like that would do it. There's nothing in the world that you could do that would convince them otherwise. The president of CNN, John Klein, came out and said, you know what, enough is enough. Because Lou Dobbs is out there saying, I don't want to call him undocumented, but there are questions about his birth certificate. Apparently, Klein wrote a memo to CNN staff saying, look, we bothered to get researchers into this because we didn't want to, screw up the story or leave anything uncovered. And we got in touch with the Hawaiian Health Department. We talked to the man who originally saw the very first birth certificate of Obama. We covered every single angle. And according to this memo that's been leaked, he says, it seems the story is dead because anyone who's still not convinced doesn't really have a legitimate beef. So please stop talking about it on air. It makes us look crazy. So, of course, none of this will be enough. One more thing. John McCain's staff apparently looked into these birther claims while they were running against Barack Obama. And they looked at some of the court filings by the people who filed against Obama. And they're like, well, they said our original thought was that they were idiots, but we didn't want to leave anything uncovered. We do need to do research against the opposition, right? You're running against them. So we did a lot of research on it, and we found absolutely no, this is the McCain campaign, running against Obama for president. We found absolutely no evidence that indicated that he was not a United States citizen. And we found overwhelming evidence to indicate that he was. So that's when we decided not a good idea to press on this issue, because it makes you look stupid. And it has no legitimacy whatsoever. Final wonderful piece for you to give you a sense of what they claim in court. And this is what the McCain team found when they looked into the court filings. And they were like, oh, go, put it aside. Please stop wasting time on it. One of the claims in the first court filing against Obama on this is, well, if you look at the Italian version of Wikipedia, it says that he's not a U.S. citizen. Okay, all right. All the other editions of Wikipedia. Do you know that anybody can go into Wikipedia and change it? I mean, let alone the Italian Wikipedia. How absurd and silly do you have to be? Oh, come on, man. Please give it up. Please let it up. Anyone who claims to be legitimate, who claims to be a sentient human being, and holds on to this idea that Obama is not a natural-born citizen of the United States, is making a fool of themselves. You're doing more damage to yourself than you know. You've done more harm to yourself than you know, okay? I'm trying to help a brother out. And, of course, you know what they'll say after they see this? Huh. If you're so sure he's a U.S. citizen, why are you trying so hard? And if you don't, how come you've presented no evidence to the contrary? Think about it. All right, so that's the birthers once and for all. And I'm done with it.